Hi there, Andy Ron here with Montana Land Source with the first video summary of the Montana Land Report for 2022. It is January 5th, 2022. Happy New Year, everybody. 2021, I believe, will go in the history books as one of the hottest markets in the land market in Montana. Just an incredible year. It takes a month or two to fully process all of the data, all of the lingering sales and whatnots for 2022, and myself and some other appraisers will be presenting on that in the second annual Winter Real Estate Roundup, which is scheduled for February 8, 9, 10 in Bozeman, Montana. The appraiser presentation is 8 to noon on January 8th in Bozeman. So check that out. In the past, we have recorded that event. I'm not sure we're going to do that this year. So if you're interested in that, you're going to want to participate in person, and you can find information on that on the events page at mtlandsource.com. This past week in the land market, 21 total property updates in the land market, 1 property back on the market, 7 new listings, 2 pending sales, 2 price changes, and 9 sales. Inventory is as low as it's ever been at about 350 properties on the land market right now in Montana. And for comparison, 2 years ago, that number was closer to 700 listings on the market. So we're in this environment of just incredible low inventory. One interesting thing I've noticed at the tail end of 2021 is quite a few properties expiring. January 1st or December 31st are popular days for properties to list. Even though it's the winter season and not the prime showing season, a lot of people put their properties on the market then or have their listing agreement set to expire on the 21st, 31st, or the 1st of the year. Quite a few properties expiring, and talking to brokers, what's happening, and we've seen this all year long, is that many sellers are interested in replacing property that they're interested in selling, and it's a very tough market to find replacement properties in. So what looks to be happening is sellers are pulling their properties or not relisting their properties because they can't find anything to roll into. So they're just going ahead and letting those properties expire, which just exasperates this problem, this issue we've had of low inventory. And it occurred to me the other day, I saw a social media post from a young, new residential agent actually here in the Billings area, and a social media post trying to promote, buying a house with our, current low interest rates, which may be changing, that kind of thing. And it occurred to me that despite this being such a hot market, like I said at the beginning of this video, 2021 going to go in the history books as one of the hottest markets in Montana. Tough environment for brokers and agents with such low inventory, and a particularly new brokers, hard environment to break into. So just an interesting correlation there, or just because it's a hot market doesn't mean it's going to be necessarily good for all brokers involved. And as an appraiser, I'm often have the stance that extreme markets, whether they're high or low, are often not actually that good for a lot of people, just because they do create problems. They're extremes in the market and create ripple effects. So it'll be interesting going into 2022. Most people do not see much of a slowdown. The demand is still out there, is still very high. So talking to brokers who are talking to buyers, that demand does not seem to be slowing down, and supply issues do not seem to be, there doesn't seem to be any evident remedy in sight there. You would expect, as demand continues to be high and prices continue to rise, that might tip some buyers over, but if they haven't been tipped already, given the market conditions we've been in, I guess it's hard to imagine seeing that happen. And again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, without replacement properties to roll into, a lot of buyers, potential buyers, are just deciding to sit with where they're at. So it will be an interesting year to look at as we go into 2022. And again, consider coming to Bozeman for our appraiser presentation on the 8th of February, where we will, of course, discuss the past, 2021. And in actuality, I'm looking at really it being about an 18-month market we've seen. Again, going into 2020, we had, of course, coronavirus kicking in, and the market was quite diminished and limited in the first half of 2020 because of COVID. People couldn't travel, that kind of thing. But then it caught up in spades the second half of 2021. So really, we've been in this really incredible market for about 18 months, and we'll watch and see what happens in 2022, but not a lot of indications of it slowing down. So that is the report for this week. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for watching. You can check out more information, events, and market stats, whatnot, at mtlandsource.com, and find us on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thank you, everybody. Have a safe and happy week.